Good afternoon, everybody. It's Joe Hadoba from Salem Media Group in Pittsburgh. Wanted to talk about a topic today, the topic of worry, and the things that it does to people. So today is the three worst things that worry does to somebody. I struggle with this. I struggle all the time. Being in sales, there are lean months, and sometimes I worry. I have three kids, so I worry. So I want you to know that I'm in this boat too, and so the video is just as much for me to document this and to refer back to as anybody else who may find value in it. So number one, when you're full of worry, there is no room for confidence. And this was kind of the inspiration for the video today. One of my LinkedIn friends, Deborah, actually went through a Dale Carnegie course, and that was her big takeaway from the course. So when you're full of worry, there is no room for confidence. It's kind of funny because worry has mass. So I don't know, some people who've taken physics and science class, you would take a cylinder and look at the volume and the capacity of that container, and you can only cram so much stuff into it, right? So, and also, have you seen the video of the professor taking the container and putting the big rocks in, and then the little rocks, and then the sand, and there's only so much though that you can put into that cylinder, and with worry, it's like when you fill your container with worry, it has mass, right? And so when you fill your container with worry, there's no room for things like confidence or love or compassion. And it makes things so difficult. So when you're full of worry, there's no room for confidence. Number two, worry saps your energy, your strength, and your stamina. There's just no getting around it. When the lean times come for me, I worry about my bills. I worry that I won't have enough. When this happens, I feel like I'm pulling an extra 20 pounds of weight around, right? I get tired faster. It's harder to get yourself up out of bed. Your legs feel heavier. That's worry draining you of all of your energy and stamina. Number three, worry is a device that pulls you away from God and those whom you love. Like I've mentioned before, worry has mass, right? There's something to it. So when you're filled with worry, God and family gets pushed out. That's one of the good things that gets pushed out whenever you fill yourself with worry and doubt and things like that. The reason for this is that when you focus on worry, you lose focus on those other things because it's just all consuming. Everybody has woken up in the middle of the night because they forgot to do something. That's worry consuming you. If you know me at all, you know that I'm a Christian. I work for a Christian company. I sell Christian advertising on a Christian radio station. It's who I am. It's kind of what I do. So yes, when I worry, I pay more attention to the worry than to the God who I profess to serve. And that's a problem. But here's the good news. You can overcome it. Like I said, I struggle with this more than I like to admit. But let me share something that has helped me out tremendously. If you have a Bible, great. Turn to Matthew chapter 6. Read verses 25 through 34. It's the end of chapter 6. If you don't have a Bible, ask a friend. We're in America. Most people have access to a Bible, thankfully. But anyway, the passage actually talks about God feeding the birds of the air, even though they don't plant or harvest food, and the lilies of the field, and how they're clothed in beauty and these wonderful buds of flowers. Then it turns to a very comforting thought. Jesus mentions that we, his children, are much more valuable than the birds and the flowers. So why wouldn't the Father clothe us and feed us? That's a very comforting thought to me. But honestly, what I always cling to and what I always come back to, in the passage are the last two verses, 33 and 34. I'll read it here. I actually have my Bible in front of me. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. And so every time I seek God's kingdom and his righteousness first, I find that the worry just kind of melts away. And that mass, that space that was taken up by the worry, it's usually right about in here. It's right in here. It allows me to be open to the good things in life. My energy returns. I gain confidence, and I'm open more to loving my family and seeking and understanding God more deeply. And that's a wonderful thought. So hopefully this helps somebody out today. We'll talk again soon. And please, if it did help you, I'd love it if you left a comment. I know there are a couple of people out there that do listen, so let me know if this does help, and I'll continue to do more stuff like this. So, again, Joe Hadoba from Salem Media Group in Pittsburgh. Have a great day, guys. Bye.